Imagine an inconvenience at your workplace that needs to be fixed. For the problem to actually be fixed, it has to be reported, acknowledged, and actions need to be taken. An organization functions properly when it has a system. You're probably thinking why I'm talking about all this when there are cells and science stuff in the background, but you would be surprised to learn that the same principle applies to the human body too. To think that nearly 30 trillion cells communicate and cooperate with each other to carry out these functions is very amusing because that's 12 zeros. That's a lot of cells. So a deviation at one point can cause a lot of chaos. For instance, cell division is essential for growth. Cells in themselves do not grow in size, but the number of cells in our body increase as we age, but there needs to be a check on how much they divide. Absence of this check will lead to uncontrolled and rapid growth of cells called cancer. This is where my domain of research begins. Cancer, as we all know, is the bad guy. Doesn't listen to instructions from our brain, doesn't communicate properly with fellow co-workers, just does whatever he wants. So what scientists do is they try to control this bad guy from becoming more aggressive and causing even more chaos. Hence we develop solutions to eliminate cancer, one of which is chemotherapy. This process is effective to a great extent in most cases, but it has severe side effects like hair loss. If we look into why it happens, these chemotherapeutic drugs target and kill rapidly growing cells, which not only include cancer cells but also hair follicles. In our lab, we focus on one such chemotherapeutic drug called cisplatin and one of its main side effects, hearing loss. Cisplatin is currently used to treat solid tumors and it causes severe hearing loss in both ears. This is more adverse in children than in adults. Chemotherapeutics are designed to target cancer cells alone, but due to their composition with substances like platinum in the case of cisplatin, a heavy metal, they also affect different kinds of cells. Now there arise a lot of questions. How does cisplatin cause hearing loss, or what we scientifically call ototoxicity? What pathways does it take? Why is there a difference between how much it affects adults and children? We try answering these questions in our lab. I do some cool stuff like growing cells in flasks, treat them with these drugs and study how they react to it. This will lead us to understand what cisplatin does in these ear cells, how it can be prevented. It will help us identify the substances which help prevent it. This will aid the betterment of pediatric cancer therapeutics and help minimize a life-saving drug's take on children's lives.